Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We're going to be taking a look today at Sacsri going up against nOOB. Yeah, a nice little ZVP here on Dominator. Sacsri, I think one of the absolute strongest Zergs out there. Really enjoy to watch his games. And nOOB actually played like really surprisingly well the last time that I casted him. Just a few days ago, he had a game against Sharp on this channel. Definitely suggest you check that one out. What an excellent game that was. So let's see what his Protoss versus Zerg is looking like right now. What is he going to be able to do here against Sacsri? I'm still a little bit undecided about this map in this matchup. I don't have like a big feeling about it being balanced one way or the other. That's a good thing. That's a good thing when you're not like, yeah, this is really favored in this direction. And I'm sure that some Zerg and Protoss players definitely have some opinions on them. But like, honestly, if you look at, for instance, the other matchups, TVP, it's like, well, there's hard parts and there's easy parts. It's like, it's an interesting map because of that. TVC. There's hard parts and easy parts. It's an interesting map because of that. And it feels like similar for PvZ on the map as well. I swear, like, 3-player maps... Now, I don't want there to just be 3-player maps or even too many 3-player maps, but 3-player maps really hit the sweet spot in Brood War a lot of the time, where you're reducing kind of the insane cheese that happens on 2-player maps and the difficulty of the map design. And then, 3-player maps is like, okay, well, it's not too big, but there's a lot of bases on it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm very much enjoying, the way that 3-player maps have been going for quite some time now. Now, a nice little pylon block goes down. It is like an overpool opening here from Sacsri, so it's not really the end of the world or anything. nOOB may block the hatchery at the 3rd base as well. Trying to, at least for a little bit. Zealot going to be coming out of this kind of forward gateway at his natural. Well, it's a gateway expansion, not really a forward gate. You would call that a forward gate in like Protoss versus Protoss or Protoss versus Terran, but certainly not against Zerg. It's just part of the wall, even though it's in the same position. Kind of a funny thing. Different standards in different matchups. All right, so clears that pylon. There is a secondary one. And in fact, this drone just got the kill on the probe, so that's a little bit annoying for nOOB. Zealot's going to walk back. Looks like nOOB getting ready to perhaps make his nexus. Probe comes out to help block. And down that pylon will go. Very late on the hatches. I'd like to see the math on this, on exactly how good this is. Because don't forget, okay, so it's like, yeah, the hatchery's very late, but it's still being made. The, obviously he killed 2 pylons, but those do deny larvae. And those larvae, the earlier they come out, the more you get, you get those drones out. So you're causing some lost mining time that, like, eventually, let's say they mine out the map. At the end of the day, how much difference did this make? Well, it actually still did make some, even if you mined the same exact amount that you would have gotten on your half of the map, because of, like, how the rest of the game plays out. So I do wonder sometimes when I see that many offensive buildings if it is good or not. It's like, did you need the second pylon? First one always feels good. It's that second one that I'm questioning at least a little bit. So the forge is out, but it is stifled backwards a little bit. This is to make sure that it's really well defended by the cannons, and this basically guarantees that your +1 will finish, even against a pretty heavy Hydralisk Crush. So that's been very trendy lately, to see the forge pulled back like that. It used to just be flush with the gateway. But yeah, this is very well defended by cannons. 3 Zealots going to start pushing out, as the probe is alive and escaping these few Zerglings that he sees. And he did make a macro hatchery in the main base, which I really appreciate. I think if someone's screwing with you, to slow everything you're doing is not smart. Just, make it in your main base. And I think that goes for like a command center against like an early Zerg attack, or, just throwing down a 3rd depot, for instance, if Protoss is pressuring you. It's like, well, Just make it, man. You can slow it. Yeah, your expansion might be a little bit slower, but everything else is going to go together really well. Anyways, this is a lot of Zealots that have come across the map. 5 Zealots in a probe at this point in the game, forcing Sacsri to make a lot of Zerglings. And watch him rotate around to a position where he can't really get surrounded. Some nice army movement right now from nOOB. Quite a few Lings out here as he needs. Wants to get behind this, but nOOB not allowing him to do so. If you let the Lings get behind you, you're going to get absolutely wiped. You definitely need the surface area to be low. So he pulls him down that ramp. Very hard place to engage. Ton of Zerglings. Zergling speed is on the way. Lair about to finish. Looks like he's getting ready for his Spire very quickly as well. Back at nOOB's base. Citadel. Dude, no, he isn't going for a Stargate. That's very cool. So he's getting +1 and he's getting Citadel. So we're just going to see like really, really heavy Zealots. Now he actually comes in and fights as the Zerglings went around the other way, but he tries to get as much damage as he can. Even gets a drone in there. The Zealots won't last for too long, but he is trying to split them up and make something happen. Going after another drone. Ooh, gets another. So that was good. 2 Zealots going towards the main base. 1 towards the main, 1 to the natural. There's a Hydralisk Den. If you could scout that, that would be very nice. All right, another drone kill. And he sees the Hydras pop. Okay, well, there's the scout that you were looking for. Got a secondary drone up here as well. So overall, I feel like nOOB has done a very good job with his pressure. And I tell you what, if blocking both the pylons allows you to get in, or blocking both bases with the pylons allows you to get into a game like this, where you're skipping Corsairs because you're putting so much pressure on, and you know your opponent can't really go Spire. The thing is, I feel like sometimes they still will try to go Spire here, but like, it seems like a really good idea. The fast Zealot legs, the fast +1, he's getting Storm quickly. Like, his ground army is going to be super, super strong here pretty quickly. Now, a few Hydras coming across the map. He is making some more. Hydra speed almost done. Just now finishing. Trying to position these to get some hits on the gateway at least. As Zealot Legs finishes, nOOB will be able to push out and kind of stop this. Dark Templar on the way as well. They're going to back up. +1 armor is started. Ooh, I love this. +1 DT going out onto the map. Some additional gates going to be coming up. I'm excited to see what that DT gets done. There's no units up here. He has the detection, but not the units. Spire on the way, as well as Overlord speed. Ooh, goes after that High Templar. Doesn't quite get it. Zealot's going to help save it. And here we go. Like, this is a great time to engage with those Zealots, because the DT is getting insane value up here. Oh my god, he just hasn't noticed. It's because of all this fighting happening. Oh my god, 13 kills? Maybe even more? Such great play here from nOOB. And now Sacsri's going to realize, because he actually hits the hatchery one time. Goes after the Evolution Chamber instead. Zealots coming forward. Look at this. Oh my god. Goon range as well as Maelstrom on the way. nOOB is putting out an amazing game here. Definitely unlike any that I've seen in the past. Oh my god. It had 2 swipes left on that. It almost looked like it had 1 swipe, but it was 2. So plenty of time. Kills that off in plenty of time. Great save from Sacsri. Sacsri, though, has lost so much of his economy. Some mutas on the way. Dark Archon is coming up. It will take a little bit to get Maelstrom. About a minute from now, he'll have that Maelstrom ready. Mutas are going to be out before that. Not that many photon cannons here. Still working on his +1 armor. Robo coming up in the main. It's a good amount of Hydras. The High Templars, though, I think are just a little bit too much for him. Can't quite break through right now. That's where the Mutas come in. Couple Zealots coming around. Does he target the Evo? Hell yeah. Gets it. No +1 for you. That is brutal. Oh my god, he's about to be 1-1 against just +0. Lots of Zealots coming out now. Maelstrom almost ready. Another 10, 12 seconds. Mutas, though, turn around because the Zealots are out on the map. I think Sacsri has just enough to fend this off. nOOB thinks so too. Turns around. Yeah, sends these back in. Just keep the Mutas following those so he doesn't take damage on everything. Dragoons starting to be produced off 7 gates. More Mutas coming up. Okay, he has that Maelstrom. Trying to keep that Dark Archon a little bit back. You want that Maelstrom to be as much a surprise as you can get it. You know, if you end up killing a whole group of Mutas, that's 1,100 minerals, 1,100 gas. Of course, because Mutas are grouped into groups of 11 so that they stack. And there's the 11. Now, okay, he does stack them. When he started flying with them a little bit more open, I'm like, oh, does he know? But the thing is, you kind of have to stack them to get them all to shoot at the same time. And that's how you pick off the High Templars. So, you know, Dark Archon is just like the perfect counter. Okay, nOOB is ready for this fight. He's up 16 workers. About 20 supply total. He's definitely got great spells. Oh, great Psy Storm. Great Maelstrom going down. And the double Psy Storm will clear that all the way. Backs up onto his pizza slice. Plenty of Psy Storms left. Throws another one down. Lots of goons, lots of Zealots in here. Sacsri, though, brings up quite a few Hydras. Another good Psy Storm. About 10 more seconds till another Psy Storm's going to be ready. Oh my god, does he actually still have enough? Okay, there's another Psy Storm ready. Okay, great storm. Great storm, but does he have enough to clear everything else? I think he does. And Sacsri gonna GG. I will tell you what, this was a cool game from nOOB. The fact that he did the double pylon blocking, we're asking, is this really worth it? And then, because, I think partially because he saw like there was a second hatchery here, the layer was really late, he skips his Corsair. His DT does an unbelievable amount of damage. Can you imagine, though? To be fair, sometimes Zerg will see that DT. And if he sees that DT and doesn't lose 13 drones, I think Sacsri can win this game. Losing 13 drones and then still kind of making it close here. And he ended up losing because of that as well, the +1 attack. Like, those are some big differences. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If this was like a legit sick build that people should use a lot, or is this something where it's like, okay, it worked out, but like it definitely might not have. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that one, but very fun game. Great job by nOOB. GG. Thank you for watching.